traffic to your website, using social plugins for the site, making it engaging and relevant. So first thing is, the domain registration. Now I don't know how many of you already know this, but do you know what a domain is? Right, fantastic. Skills up there. But really it's a user-friendly, easy to remember name. So when we enter a domain name, literally it gets translated into an IP address, and then the website is shown. Now, of course, many of you has probably registered a domain name already. So can you, give me a quick show of hands who already has a domain name? 60%. Brilliant. So how much trouble did you have to find a unique domain name? Were they all taken? Yeah? No? Email addresses? Because when I see a lot of people registering for this workshop, you either have your personal email addresses. Sometimes you have to add your a number or a digit. Same thing happens for a domain name. I don't know if you noticed that. But finding a good domain name is really important, and it's very difficult as well. So you need to be really, sort of creative. Same thing happens. Do you only buy a .com, or do you only buy a .co.uk? Or do you buy both? Which is important to you? What sort of business are you planning to get into? Or have done so already? Because based on that, you need to sort of either buy .com, of course, which is global, but also .co.uk, because it's UK, local, national traffic. What if you're a not-for-profit organization? Then a .org might be something you might be interested in. So you can go to my site here, luckyWest.co.uk/domains, and search for a domain name and click go. For those of you who don't have domain names. So as I explained, .com, .co.uk, and other sort of domains matters. Whether it's if you go to another country like France, FR, so Italy, IT, and so on. SEO also has an important part to play in domains as well. So if you think you want to name your domain according to your business brand, then branding is obviously a focus. But for SEO wise, if you know that people to come to your site, they have to enter a certain keyword on search engines, and of course I'll mention Google, then perhaps having those sort of words along with your brand might be helpful, especially when you're starting out. And also, it's better to buy both just to be on the safe side, because you never know who might buy the other domain name. It's always good. It could be what, £5-6 a year, but that protects you, and you actually gain traffic from the other side. Because even if you have one website, you can still have two domains. So even if someone enters .co.uk, they can still be redirected to one website. So you don't have to worry about creating multiple websites. Web hosting. So this is the concept here to know is about name servers. Obviously, if majority of you already have a domain name, I don't have to go through this in more detail. But what I will say is, of course, when you enter a name, then of course from there it gets translated to an IP address, and that's how your website is. Basically it's a bridge between your web visitors when they enter your domain name on their computer, and of course your domain, then the name server's job is to connect the web user to your website. And the web visitor, of course, when they enter the domain URL, that's how the name server's job is to connect your visitors to your website. So, how many users GoDaddy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, great. So, okay, you're just marking here. Okay, fine. So yes, it doesn't matter if you're using GoDaddy or a web hosting company or a UK domain registrar like Domain Monster. But what does matter is you should know how to be sort of familiar with the control panel within the domain registrar. Because if you are, then setting up a website makes it much easier. So I'm going to show you an example of how you can literally set up a name server on GoDaddy. So simply take where your domain is. Once you purchase it, once you access your Domain Monster account, you simply place the tick beside your domain. You click on name servers here, and then you select the name servers. Now, based on who your hosting account is with, so it could be with FastHost, it could be with Bluehost. So these are companies who already have servers, who already can store your website for you. So once you pay them an annual fee, a monthly fee, they will literally give you access to their name servers. So you can enter those name servers on your domain registrar account, and that will connect your website to your domain. So once you set name servers here, on these two, and name servers tend to come in pairs, but you can always add more. But let's stick with 2 for now, because once you click OK here, then your website is connected to your domain. And now, with your hosting account,